Skip, Slusher, and Cooper. And I want to talk about 5 things you should be doing with your horse, 5 things you really need to be doing with your horse. And the first thing you need to do is make a connection. If I'm connected and we're buddies, things are going to go much better. He's going to listen to me. He's going to trust me. My ask is not such a big deal. It's just an ask. And I listen to him. I take his feedback and he takes my feedback, and we build a relationship with each other. And that's really important, that it's not just I talk, he listens, or he talks and I listen, which happens to people. We're listening to each other. We're having a conversation. We have a connection. That is really where you start with every horse, no matter what you're going to do. So make sure you pet on them, give them positive reinforcement, and be buddies. So the next thing after connection, which if you've made a connection, it's pretty easy, is keep your horse relaxed. He's pretty chill right now. I don't know if he's fallen asleep or not, but he's really relaxed, and that's because we have a relationship. We're connected. If I were to start yanking on him and poking him with spurs and kicking and, surprising him, 1, I'm betraying the connection, and 2, he's not relaxed. And if he's not relaxed, he's not in a place to learn. He can't. How does he learn new concepts, new things, if he's uptight and worried and anxious and has all that sort of emotion? He's going to be more tuned into that than listening to what I'm trying to teach him. The other thing is go at their pace. So if I'm going to ask him to just walk a circle, he's pretty lethargic and slow because we've been standing around. But I'm not going to just come out and go, let's go, let's go, let's go. This is the pace he's comfortable with to start with. Now that he's sort of going, okay, we're doing a circle, everything's cool, I might kind of ask him to speed up a little bit and pick it up. But I'm not doing anything that surprises him. If I'm going to ask him to just kind of spin around, he knows how to do that. I'm not going to rush that and make him spin really fast just for the fun of it. His pace, where he's relaxed right now, is here, and I'm not going to push that. I'm just going to go at his pace. So when they're learning, and he knows this stuff, but when he's learning, introduce small bits at a time. Don't say, okay, we're going to learn how to spin today, and then go to spin. He has to learn how to do certain elements of that along the way, and you can't go to here until these other elements are built. You're building the foundation of the bigger picture. So go at their pace. The next thing is, a balanced horse is easy to ride and maneuver. So to balance him, I'm going to bend his ribs and ask that left hind, that inside hind, to step out towards that outside front. So when he does this, you'll see his head come down, and he'll start to just kind of, energy will come down. And so he's just like, okay, I've done this a million times. But you can actually see his body will kind of shorten as he steps under. So balance, huge thing. If no matter what you're going to do, from a walk to the most advanced maneuvers, if your horse isn't balanced, even on the trail, it's not as pleasurable experience for them or for you. And that lack of balance builds a little bit of resentment and a little reluctance on their part, because you're asking them to do things that are not comfortable if they're not balanced. 5th thing, speed control. So I want to teach him to listen to my seat and rate up and rate down. I'm not going to just keep him from going faster by holding on to his face. They hate that. And most horses are a little more forward than not. There's more go than whoa in most horses. So, and he's the opposite. He's actually more whoa than go. So I'm going to ask him to trot. We're just going to do a little circle here. And when I want to come down to a walk, I'm not going to use my reins. I'm just going to sit and stop riding and rate him to a walk. So no matter what, I can do that at any speed. If I lean forward and squeeze a little bit, I rate him up. And if I just stop riding and relax, I can rate him down. So didn't use my hands at all. When you have a horse that's pushy a little bit and you're just constantly in their face to slow them down, that builds this distrust. You just undid all the other things. You don't have a connection anymore. They're not relaxed. They don't trust you. They get out of balance because they lean forward into it. So you just undid all the first 4 things. So make sure your horse is able to rate from a walk to a trot to a canter, back to a trot, back to a walk. So most of that I did steer him with my hand, but I'm not rating him, I'm not slowing him with my hands. So make sure you can rate up and rate down. I have a lot of videos on my channel about how to do that. So those are 5 things you really need to be doing. And you can see he's really upset. So we maintained our connection. He's relaxed. We kind of went at his pace. He's balanced. He has speed control. And that's how you get a horse that's just kind of hanging out with you and is your partner. So anyway, if you have any questions on any of these subjects, they're on my channel with other videos. But those are 5 things you really need to incorporate into your riding. If you like that, any of this information, subscribe.